It's The Hash.
The Hash.
The Hash is brought to you by Green Rush Consulting, CBCB, Berkeley's Community Dispensary, and the Natural Cannabis Company brand dispensaries, Organican, Oakland Organics, and Mendocan.
Marijuana has never been my friend, more like the kind of demonic older brother who turns you onto the Velvet Underground and Fight Club, only to punch you in the stomach and fart on your pillow. Against your better judgment, you want to hang out with them anyway. I first smoked pot in high school, in the cultural mecca of rural central Pennsylvania. One night, the only time I drove home stoned, I heard cop sirens behind me and pulled over. I pulled the registration out of the glove box and rolled down the window.
License registration?
But only then did I realize that I was listening to Paul McCartney's Band on the Run, and that the police sirens were actually synthesizers. And that I was half parked on the side of a one-lane road in the middle of nowhere. Alone. Things never got much better for me in the ganj. Not long after moving to California, I ate a piece of a pot brownie the size of my pinky nail and wandered around Golden Gate Park in a haze for hours, separated from my friends and convinced the apocalypse was close at hand. Beyond disorienting me, marijuana summoned all of my fears of death and triggered countless panic attacks. Many nights that started cheery enough, with a beer here and a joint there, ended with a phone call to my parents, across the country, in the midst of a mental breakdown. But that's not what being stoned is supposed to be like, right? You might be wondering why I kept smoking pot, if each inhale felt like Darth Vader was crushing my soul, and it jump-started all of my worldly worries. And I don't have much of an answer for you, beyond a minor oral fixation and an occasional desire for escape. I never smoked a lot, maybe a few puffs a month, but it was beyond fruitless for me. It was hurting me. And when it seemed like reconciliation between me and the herb was impossible, I was saved. I was at a Tune Yards concert in San Francisco the first time I smoked a vape pen. My friend Ginger pulled it out of her purse without even looking to see if security was nearby. I tried to follow her lead, taking long, slow drags, and heads turned as a thin, fragrant cloud floated over our envious concert neighbors. It didn't scratch in the throat, it tasted great, and the night was blissful. The funky bass lines and howling vocals didn't once remind me of my own demise, and I only spoke to my folks a few days later to tell them how great the show had been. Not too long ago, I finished graduate school, and at a big family party, my ganja guru Ginger presented me with my very own vape pen. I've smoked more in the past month than in the 8 years since high school combined, and not once has the pen let me down. I've never felt better, calmer, or more positive. These days, I'm not feeling the blues, only a lot of green. For The Hash, I'm Max Savage Levenson.
When the child was just a child, it did not know what it was.
The Hash is brought to you by the Natural Cannabis Company dispensaries, Organican in Santa Rosa, Oakland Organics in Oakland, and Mendocan in Hopland. The Natural Cannabis Company elevates the patient experience with its new High Life series, featuring collectible collaborations between celebrities and their favorite cannabis. Sample choice cuts from comedians Margaret Cho and Ngaio Balaam, web personality Master Bong, and adult film stars Liz Taylor, Skin Diamond, and Layla Price. The Natural Cannabis Company, serving up award-winning top-shelf flowers, clones, edibles, and more at every price point.